Now the question, so how to build and monetize a blog? So how did you did it?
So that is a great question. Honestly, it is, again, it's one of those like 20-hour conversations. But one thing I will say, and this is probably I would say the number one and number two thing to keep in mind when you're building and growing a blog is one, just show up and help people. Don't make it about making money right away. That my whole philosophy that I took into this, and granted, it was semi-clinical, partial clinical. This is the next step in my journey or whatever, but I had a full-time job when I did launch my blog. I went ahead and left my PRN job because they wouldn't take me full-time. They couldn't hire me full-time. So I went and I just got a full-time job as a content writer. And I didn't even know if my blog was ever going to take off. I knew that people needed it and they wanted it. But I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to make money on this thing. And I don't want to have to worry about that. I don't want that to be haunting me the whole time. I want to just show up and do a good job with my content first and foremost. So get your money together and don't try to monetize something right away. Just show up with heart and show up and help people for free. Give them the content they want. Give them the information they want. Give them articles, videos, blogs, whatever you're doing, and just show up for them. And then make sure you're solving a problem, because I have heard so many people launch blogs that they think are solving a problem, but they're just not. Like, oh, well, I know it. When I was this person, I had this problem. So everybody must have this problem. And then they do this blog and it's like, no, it turns out it was really kind of just your problem. And not to be insensitive, but it was like, it's such a specific little thing, or it's a problem that's already been solved, or it's something that no one's going to pay you to solve. So the problem is a lot of the easier problems to solve, or one that's just going to be solved by, I don't know, something simple, is no one's ever going to pay you to solve that problem. You need to show up and fix a problem that is so big that no one has even tried to solve it before. And this is not for everybody. If you just want to have a blog and make a little bit of money off of it, you don't have to do this big lofty thing that I'm talking about here. I'm talking about if you want to have it be your full-time living. My husband now works with me, so it's our full-time living. And so if you want it to be that, if you want to have a blog that is so monetized that it is your stable income, then it needs to be a problem that is so big and so hairy that no one else is willing to touch that problem. And I've seen other people try and not be able to fix it. I've seen people try it with the wellness industry. Because there's so many questions around the wellness industry, and where does our licensure start and where does our licensure stop? And at one point, are you delivering PT versus wellness services? Those are questions that need to be answered. And the problem is they're very gray areas. But if you want to be that person, and you want to be the one who knows it and the expert, you have to go out and find the answers to those questions.